Divine greetings, masters. Very good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. This is Madhu Soni, welcoming you all to Light and Soul Meditation English Group Masters. Thank you for being here and sharing your precious time, space, and energy with each other. I'm really grateful and blessed to have you all here, old and new masters. Very, very grateful and blessed to have you all here with us. So, masters, before we go ahead and start our swadhyay and meditation, let us first give our respects, regards, and gratitude to the masters, and then we'll begin. With great reverence, respects, and regards to all the ascended masters, Param Guru Mandali masters, to all the divine beings, our Param Guru Mandali masters, Saptarishi Mandal masters, all the siddhas, all the teachers, healers, mentors, gurus, the Saptarishi Mandal masters, and the masters from the astral realms who are connected with the Most High, the Pyramid World masters, Crystal World masters, Elemental Kingdom masters, masters who are always guiding us, our guardian angels, archangels, angels, loved ones, and ancestors, our masters from the universal realms, from the Mother Earth, the guardians of Mother Earth, and also Mother Nature, Father Universe, Sun, Moon, constellations, our great Grandmaster Pitamaha Brahmarishi Patriji, Mahavatar Babaji. We are really grateful and blessed to have your guidance in our lives, Masters. Please help us and align us with the highest timeline ever that we have set for our incarnations. Also help us, guide us, and shower your divine knowledge and wisdom on us. Let us all connect with the Master's consciousness. We pray to all the Masters to help us connect with their consciousness. The wisdom and the knowledge that they got, we also should get the same. And for that, we are ready to do the hard work. Help us to align us and guide us. We also ask your blessings and wishes, good wishes, to help us align on the soul plan and soul purposes and the soul journeys that we have set for us. Thank you so much to all the masters. Gratitude. Please always protect us, safeguard us, and guide us on the true path. Thank you, masters. With great gratitude to all the meditators who are present here. Thank you for sharing your wonderful time, space, and energy, masters. So as you all know, we are doing Swadhyay of Only Love is Real. This is the book that we are doing by Dr. Brian Weiss. It is related to the past life regression cases and also how he is helping all the patients that he is getting and how they are going into past lives and healing their traumas. By going into that past life, retaining that memory or going through that past life and seeing what happened, that is actually healing them. That is actually releasing their trauma, pain, and the issues that they have in their lives. So, masters, today Neeraja ji will help us and guide us with chapter 15. And I'm calling on to her today. She's from Arizona. Right, Neeraja ji?
No, Austin.
Sorry.
Austin, Texas.
I'm so sorry. She's from Austin Masters, and she's a scientist as well. She's a toxicologist, and she is basically very busy this time of the week. And I believe this time of the year it would be busy for her. But she's still trying her level best to come up with the Swadhyay today, helping us. You all know about her. She had been avid meditator with us from the past 6 months and helping us together. We together went with Sonal ji and Nirja ji, Pooja ji. We all went to Mount Shasta as well. So it was a really great journey to have her with us and Sonal ji and Pooja ji. Anyhow, today we have Nirja ji with us. So Nirja ji, please take us on chapter 15. Very warm welcome to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhuji. You can hear me okay?
Yes, I can. And
Namaste
let me,
and good evening to everybody. Will you show the quote or?
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, here it is. So I'm sharing the starting of the chapter. Let me share. Here it is. Let me know if you are all able to see. Are you able to see, masters?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, Neeraja.
Okay. I know the quote goes like this. The quote is given by Walt Whitman. And it says, I know I am deathless. No doubt I have died myself 10,000 times before. I laugh at what you call dissolution, and I know the amplitude of time. So this was a beautiful quote. I was trying to just find out who Walt Whitman was because I was not aware before. And there's a nice story behind him without going into too much details. But he started writing these things, and it's a new kind of prose that apparently he was writing. And this is kind of what we say that the soul is limitless, that there is no death to the soul. It's that physical body that we vacate, but it is the soul that is continuing. And so he's kind of putting a apparently Walt Whitman was known for his humor of how he would put that for such profound topics. So with that, he talks this chapter, chapter 15, is a lot about dreams. And one of the nice things when Madhuji had told me, like, will you do the Swadhyaya is when you are doing the Swadhyaya, you read it more intentionally and you read it. And so I think again, I feel like this chapter is for me. But all of us have these dreams. And they say, Dr. Brian Weiss is saying that dreams have many functions and they help to process and integrate the day's events. They provide clues, and he's talking about the dreams, often in the form of symbols and metaphors that help solve the problems of everyday life, relationships, fears, work, emotions, illness, and much more. So it often happens, right, when we have a good day or a bad day, we try to have all that, and when we are sleeping, sometimes these things come back into our subconsciousness. They can exist, that is, the dreams can exist in us in achieving our desires and goals, if not physically, then at least in the form of wish fulfillment. Dreams, he says, will aid us in reviewing past events, reminding us of parallels in the present. They protect sleep, he says, by disguising the stimuli such as anxiety that would awaken us if you didn't have dreams. And so these are a way in which they are helping us protect and keep the stimuli from making us jerking out of our deep sleep. Dr. Weiss also goes a lot more into dreams here. He says they have a lot other functions too, and that they provide us a pathway in which you can express your repressed feelings, memories that have been buried for a long time, whether it was from childhood, infancy, or even when the fetus is in the womb of the mother, and including memories from the past life. These things come out through the dreams sometimes. Past life memory fragments often emerge in the dream state, particularly in those dreams in which the dreamer sees scenes from years or centuries preceding his or her birth. So, this is kind of very interesting because he goes on to talk about how dreams can be psychic, or he also uses a word called precognitive. And he kind of says that some particular dreams can also predict the future. So, we just stopped here where we said dreams can be psychic. And he's also saying that particular dreams can also predict the future. So that is very important because we know that the future sometimes we don't know what is exactly going to happen. There's a probability of something happening or not happening, but still dreams can help you give the clue of what is going to happen in the future. And so he says, but many people, even after knowing all this, when our dreams come true, we are like shocked. We say, oh, I didn't realize my dream came true. If it is a good experience, then we are happy. But sometimes people get scared, right? They say, what happened in the dream? Especially in India, we say that sometimes if your dreams come very early in the morning, then it'll come true and people take that to the heart. But sometimes it could be that somebody has just died, a close relative or a close friend, and this communication can happen through the consciousness using dream as a medium. And then you kind of get messages, and those messages could be in the form of a symbol, he says, or it could be some kind of a connection to what you see, and it makes you go to this new place, he says, and you're traveling and you feel like you've been there before. It's like the deja vu feeling. I was here before. Or sometimes we also feel that when we see somebody, we feel like we have been connected with them, or you had a dream and then you are thinking about that person and the next day that person calls you. So this kind of communion happens in the subconscious state when we are in that relaxed mode. Sometimes the like I was telling the dreamer, like if you know you're traveling to a particular place and that's you feel like they're existing and you actually know the scenery, you know what is happening in that place, and you're very, very surprised as to how come that has happened. So Dr. Brian Weiss is going more and more into details about what happens in that stage and what should you be doing. How can you understand and use it for your like how can you interpret what it is there? And sometimes it is there is some knowledge and wisdom, whether it is coming through the spiritual experience or you're accessing because you're much more relaxed in the sleep, and your usual ego and things that are there. See, our mind sometimes corrects us and we say, no, that is not possible. But when we are sleeping, it could be that our defenses are lower and we are able to experience this mystical or spiritual experiences much more when we are relaxed and not having that ego to push away something like that. So sometimes he says that that's how you get this kind of wisdom or knowledge in that. And then he goes on to now, after explaining, giving that background of what the dream is, what dreams are, and sometimes what is the purpose of those dreams. Dr. Brian is now talking about his session with Elizabeth. So we're moving into Elizabeth's coming for an appointment. And this time, Elizabeth is kind of the word he uses is that she bounced in early for her appointment, which kind of indicates that she's a little bit more in the happier state. She's much more eager to share. And she says that she had a dream. And this time, her dream has been really, really vivid. And she said that she began to even remember many details of the dream. Often, what would happen is that Dr. Brian Weiss would tell her to jot down using a journal. He calls it like a dream journal or something, because happens to me too. I see a dream and I try to recollect it the next day, and I'm like not able to recollect all those things. In the dream time, you feel like it's happening in real time. And so, even though he was encouraging her to write down, Elspeth hasn't been doing it. But in this particular case, her dream was so vivid that she felt like she didn't even need to chronicle it. She was just able to tell him about it. And so she's all excited. They're getting into the session. And then she's kind of talking to him that in her dream, she's telling this to Dr. Brian Weiss. She says that she entered a large room and there were no windows or lamps or any kind of lights. But the walls on the side were looking like they were glowing. And so Dr. Weiss asks her, were the walls hot? And she says, no, I don't think they were hot because she didn't actually touch them, she tells him, but she noticed a kind of glow. But what was strange about this room that she was in, she later calls it, it was looking like a library. But you know, when we go to a library, we usually look at shelves and books and all. In this particular library, there were no shelves or no books. But in the corner of the room, there was a statue of the Sphinx, like the pyramid Sphinx. And she said she saw two chairs near it, and the chairs were old time, like not like old in age, but like ancient time. They were as though they were looking like thrones that kings will sit in, and also that this throne was made up of stone or marble. So she's kind of trying to explain to him, and she's kind of reliving that moment because she's kind of looking in the room that she's in with Dr. Brian Weiss, but she's kind of looking as though where she in her dream had seen that Sphinx sitting there. So Dr. Brian Weiss is asking her, what do you think the Sphinx is doing there? And she says, I really don't know what is. And then Dr. Brian Weiss is asking her, he's also a little bit curious now. He's getting into this session and he says, what kind of library is there normally where you don't find shelves and books and all? And then she says that, oh, yeah, I was thinking the same thing as to why this is a library and why there are no books or anything. And she says that when she just thinks of a book and she stretches out her hand, her arm, then the right book falls into her hand. So it's kind of like a little bit like Harry Potterish kind of thing when they go into that, but it's almost like that. So this is a mystical, some kind of an ancient thing. And the reference to the Sphinx, he says that she says that maybe this library is some kind of correction with the Sphinx and a riddle. And the riddle is, and I'm going to read that out. This what walks on four legs in the morning, two legs during the day, and three legs at night. So that riddle is kind of connected to somewhat the Sphinx. And when when the answer that they're looking for is a human being, because as a human, a crawling baby, so you're going on four legs. Then you're going, when you become in your adulthood, you have two, you're walking. And then as you get elderly, you start using a stick. So it's kind of talking of the three stages of life. And maybe that is something to be connected with why the Sphinx was, or there's a little bit of vague thing as to why that riddles and the Sphinx came there, but they kind of that topic is kind of brought about. And then they're also talking to about what other meanings could be there. Because usually, if you see a symbol or something, it kind of connects you with something. It's telling you an answer or it's suggesting something over there. And that Sphinx could have other meanings too. And then it says that she says that her mind kind of thought about this. The story of the Oedipus, in which the first time she heard this riddle. And without transgressing more into what that Shakespearean story of Oedipus is, it's more to do with the riddle, but it's kind of this enigma. This is this mythical story about this guy who is professed to have killed his father. When he was born, they said that the prophecy was that he's going to kill his father and marry his mother. And so they go into this whole thing. And so we don't need to digress. If you want to come in discussion, we can talk about it. But that reference to Oedipus came according with this riddle here. And so they were asking a little more. Dr. Weiss was probing into and asking more questions about the nature of the library, what kind of structure, where was the location, and knowing very well that the dreaming mind could become very complex. So she says that Elizabeth says that I wasn't long there in that state, in the dream state, for a long time to find out more about the room. And so then Dr. Bryans is prodding her, gently asking her, "Are you aware of anything else in the room?" And then she says, "Yes, there was a man dressed as a king in a sort of, he looked like that, but he was wearing a long white robe." And she, in her thinking, interpreting that he could have been a librarian. And so she decided that he decided to come into the room and that he's the one who decides who can come into the room and who cannot come into the room. And so, again, this is where I think I brought this up earlier, where Dr. Brian Weiss is not able to control himself. He's asking what kind of library would be there without any books. And that's where she explains a strange thing that all she had to do was put out her arms with her palms up, and whatever books that she needed began to form and fall into her hands. And in no time, they seemed to be like coming right. So and it's like as though the book, when it falls into her hand, it solidifies into a book. So Dr. Weiss is asking Elizabeth, what kind of book was it? But she says, I don't remember exactly, but the book was about me and my lifetimes, and that she was feeling anxious or afraid to open the book and see what was about her lifetimes. So Brian Weiss is asking her, why do you think you're afraid? What are you afraid of? And she says, I don't know. There was something bad there. Maybe there was something that is there about her lifetimes, and she may be feeling ashamed about it. And so she doesn't want to look and find out what happened in her past lifetimes. So Dr. Weiss is asking, did the librarian help you? She says, no, he didn't really help, but he kind of laughed and almost like sarcastically, like, and he laughed some more. And he said, is a rose ashamed of its thorns? So we have a rose, the rose is like, it's beautiful, but then if somebody goes to prick it, you have the whole part is it also has the thorns part of it. So my understanding of that is that there is good in us and sometimes there is some bad, and the totality is what makes us. And so Dr. Brian Weiss is asking, then what happened? And she says, this guy in that white robe led her out, and I felt that eventually I would understand what he meant. That will a rose be ashamed of its thorns? At this time, she said she didn't understand, but she was hoping that she would understand later. And then Dr. Weiss is asking, was that the end of your dream? And she says, no. After leaving the library, she went to a classroom, and there were about 50 to 20 students there. And she said there was one young man who looked very familiar, but he was not her brother in current lifetime. Her current lifetime brother's name is Charles. And she was thinking that he looked familiar, but she was sure it's not her brother Charles. So then Dr. Weiss is asking, what kind of course were you taking? And she is kind of not responding immediately. She's hesitant. And he asks us, like, why, what happened? And she's hesitant because she felt that she already was relating some very unusual scenes. For example, and I'm going to read this out, she says, a teacher appeared, she continued in a voice slightly more than a whisper. So she's like experiencing that thing. He had the most intense brown eyes. His eyes would change to a beautiful purple color and then back to back brown again. He was very tall and wore only a white robe, and his feet were bare. He came to me and looked deeply into my eyes. And so Brian Weiss is now asking, like, he's curious as to what is happening. And she says, and then what happened? And Elizabeth says she felt this most incredible love. She felt that everything would be all right now, that everything that she was going on, this feeling of anxiousness or something, she's going to feel like she's going to be okay. You're able to hear me okay, Madhuji?
Yes, yes, Neeraja. Go ahead.
I'm just one time quickly.
Yeah. No, we are able to hear you nicely. It's
Okay. And so right now she's talking about that, and that she felt this kind of peace in her voice, and that this is really good. Somehow this connection to this person is that she's feeling like everything is going to be all right in her life. And so Dr. Brian Weiss is trying to kind of ask her more questions about what happened, what else happened. And she said that, in fact, he didn't say anything, this teacher didn't say anything, but it was almost like there seemed to be like these things were happening. She felt some kind of a light. She felt that she had a feeling that there was nothing to fear, not now and ever, and that the teacher just walked away. And so then she says that what else? And Dr. Brian was prodding her more and more. What else? And she says, I felt very light. And the last thing I remember is that she woke up as though she's floating on clouds. And she felt like she was very loud and safe. And then she was awakened. And then so she woke up after that. And so Dr. Brian Weiss is asking her, what about now? How do you feel now? And she says, I feel okay, but slowly things are fading. I can remember everything about the dream, but that feeling, right? The feeling of warmth and that being like she doesn't have to fear is slowly getting lesser and lesser, especially there's all this everyday life with the traffic and all. And she said that kind of is helping reduce the amount of experience. And then Dr. Brian Weiss makes a statement that this is what happens when we come out from the dream state into this everyday life. Some of these transcendent experiences will start to fade away with all the chaos and noise that is going on. And then he kind of goes separately, and he says a little bit in a side note. He says that a woman had one time written a note to him thanking for his very first book. I think that was the many miracles and many lives and many miracles. The information in that book helped her, she said, that lady who wrote to Dr. Brian Weiss, to understand and accepted two dreams. Apparently, that letter that she had written was in Dr. Bryan's office, and then the Hurricane Andrew that came through ripped through his office, and so he lost it. And the story about that is also again connected to a dream. So it's giving again another example. She said that lady in her even as a young child, she somehow had this feeling that she would at one time have a boy called David. She would have a child, and that David would be a special child, a sensitive child. So, but as she grew older and she got married, she only had two daughters. And so she was getting worried, what happened? Why will I ever have this boy? And in one of her dreams, it was very clear, vivid dream. An angel comes to her and says that, yes, you will have a boy, you will become pregnant, you will have a child, he'll be named David, and that he will be a special kind of child, very sensitive and loving. But however, he's only going to be with you for 19 years. That means he's going to die after that. At that time, this lady was, wanting so much. She says, yes, I agree to that condition. And so she feels like that David, her child, is an old soul. But then later she becomes pregnant, as the prophecy said in her dream. The angel told her, and she has this boy, but he dies at 19 years due to a very rare type of cancer. Now the mother is feeling very guilty. She's anguished and very grief stricken. And then she's thinking that, why did I have to accept the angel's offer? And she's continuously feeling bad about it. Then soon she gets another dream. Again, that angel, the angel who appeared before, comes back to her, and she says this time her son David is with the angel. And then David speaks to his mom. He says, don't grieve. I love you so much. It is I who chose you. You did not choose me. And so the time was set for that 19 years. That was a plan, a soul's plan that he had come with, and she had agreed. And all this happened into the dream. But in this case, you're actually seeing that she actually had a child, and it connects her with her dream. So I think that's where we are ending, Madhuji. Chapter 15 ends there about dreams.
Yes, yes. And I'm so, so happy to read this. It's such a wonderful book, and
Yeah.
it's such a beautiful story and all the case studies. So, Masters, here in this chapter, Dr. Brian Weiss is actually telling us about dreams, and then we are actually into the Egyptian world, basically, the Sphinx, as they say. Sphinx is a basically a statue made out of a human head, body of a lion, and the wings are of the falcon. So it's a three-part basically. But then the riddle that Neeraja ji told us, it was about the man, that who is like that, but it is the stages of man, that when they are small, they are on that four, hands and feet.
Solid.
Yeah. And then when once they grow up, they become adult, they have like 2 feet, and they are walking on the 2 feet. And then the last time, it's basically the third is about that they are actually taking a stick or something. So it's basically 2 feet. We are walking with the 2 feet, but we have a stick as well, you know. So anyhow, and then the why Sphinx is mentioned, because I think here Elizabeth had visited the Ra gods, basically. She was in the Egyptian world where the god Ra, the light god, the sun god, basically, at that time, it was a very miraculous and powerful era, I would say, when the people who were born at that time, they had mystical powers. And in that area where she went, basically, it also had constituted of a library where it was like out of magic, out of thin air, the things would come, and it's just like, as you just said, Harry Potter kind of feel it gives, that she raises her hand for a book and the book comes in her hand, and it solidifies, and then she can read it. The point being is that it's a very safe and secure era where after a person dies or vacates the body is being mummified, and so that is why they are already in that safe. The linen is, surrounded. The body is surrounded by the linen with all those chemicals or the things that are put on the mummy's body. So basically, she is totally feeling very safe and secure, and it's like afterlife also exists. That's what I am feeling, that it takes us to that time. And now, because in the dream time, so when Dr. Brian Weiss is telling us about the dream time, it's basically some uh, masters. There are three things that I want to mention here. Many dreams are very precognitive, or many dreams are they give us messages, okay? And it's the future events that are going to come. Sometimes the masters, they give us these psychic abilities, and these abilities come in the form of dreams as well, okay? So lucid dreams, psychic abilities also are there, which like basically with the clairs, we start learning about them. But here I would like to mention one of my experiences, if you all we have time for 5 minutes, then I can share. So certain times I get my my messages from my dream time, lucid dreaming. I do also have lucid dream experiences, and they are so vivid and so clear that I know that, and recently, I don't know if I should say this. I know, but should I mention it or not? Recently I saw that there is going to be volcanic eruptions and earthquakes happening, and it had already started now. So this is what I saw, and I saw um, that volcanic eruption happening. I'm dressed in a Cinderella gown, a blue color gown, and I'm there. I'm very small, tiny, tiny. I see everyone very tiny, and there's a huge mountain. I don't know where I went, and it was like it was erupting. It actually spewed some white color ash, and it was all throwing on. Basically, I felt as if it's a glacier. So I'm not sure when that is going to happen, but I saw ash flowing down with the water because it's a glacier. So I see birds dying. It was not a good scene. I did not like it, but it's like it's going to happen. That's what is being told. Earthquakes also are one of the things that are going to come. So this had been given to me. Like this is the prophesizing part also that comes to us during dream time. But anyhow, we should not be fearful, because sometimes we get fearful, right? And that's why I did not want to tell. But the point is, there are things that our guides or masters, they send these messages to all those people who are psychically able, or who are able to prophesize or predict, or it's basically given by the masters, that energy, that ability. Anyhow, one time I also saw that I am basically going beneath the water. The houses are built, and there's total like water, greenish water, but I can see through that green water, and I'm walking. Basically, I don't like going to swim or anything, but I am walking very easily, and I'm there are so many houses above the water, so many houses, and we are walking beneath that. So maybe there was some other kind of world, and in one of the dream, I was on Mars kind of feel. I felt that I went to a place, or moon or Mars. I'm not sure which place, but that had very red land, red land, mountains and rugged path. And then I'm actually having a rover kind of vehicle,
Mars.
yeah, on which I'm sitting. Okay. So it's like have you ever noticed beach, wherever there is beaches, there is a sport that people, it's like a small tractor kind of thing. I don't know what that is. It's kind of a four-wheeler bike, I would say. It's a four-wheeler bike. When you go on the beach or the beachy areas, you are given those, you can actually hire those people to give you that vehicle, and you can ride that vehicle. I don't know about it, but I was riding that, and I was going up and down, and someone was following me. So I said to him, why are you following me? Go away, don't follow me. Leave me alone. Anyhow, that was my dream, but it was very, very true. I know there are many things that were happening. Anyway. So master streams are very, very prominently shown to you if that is a message. So trust your abilities, trust your messages, because you only know better with what you are made and what abilities you carry. So sometimes when these messages come to you, you need to trust your messages. So in dreams also, because I get my messages through dreams. So I don't take my dreams lightly. I would take because uh, earlier it would come that certain things won't happen, but dreams are always shown to you that something in the future is going to come. So for me, I trust my dreams. So your abilities should be taken into consideration, need to trust and believe them. So that is why it's called psychic abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, Asha ji, yeah, sorry.
आत्मवंदन सभी को
Atmandan.
आत्मवंदन सभी को
Atmandan.
yes, I have seen four-wheel scooter in Bahama. Yeah,
See, that's what
it's
I'm
there.
saying. That is,
Yes.
it's there, and people do. But I was on a different planet, and there was nothing there, nothing. It's just it felt as if it's Mars, and it's red color land, and I'm going down, and there's a person who has wore a hat, and he's behind me, and I could see his face. I still remember his face. as if he's there to protect me or guide me, but I don't like him. I don't like that person. I don't go away, don't bother me. Anyway, Neerja ji, yes, go ahead, please.
Yes. No, there was just one, I think when I was about 19 years, and I was in this place about 5 hours from where my parents were living. I had gone on an internship in India. And for some reason, my parents, because we were posted in that intern, they'd come to visit me. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's a 5 hour journey. They went back and all. And then I woke up in the morning and I said, I need to go home. And
Yeah.
so we had a person who's overseeing us, and he said, Are you homesick? Your parents just came and go." I said, No, no, something is wrong with my mom. I need to go. So by the time I reached, because we don't have that time, we have to take multiple buses and go and everything. I realized my mom, who was an OBGYN in her profession, some guy had come to steal her, Indian women wear this jewelry. And so
Yes,
he
yes.
came at the pretext as though his wife was in labor. And so when she opened the door to talk, he was strangling her.
Oh my God. Wow.
So
My.
by the time I reached, they were all like my aunt and the police and all were there. But my sisters were an hour away. But this was like, I don't know why I reached home. And that memory is like always stuck in my
So
mind.
that
But
is that is your intuitive guidance telling you, or the psychic ability telling you that something is wrong with your mother. You have to go. That's
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
it comes through just like the claircognizance, and it is yeah. These are some of the things that we are going to study in the
yeah,
psychic ability
yeah.
course.
And
But
just
thank
one
you.
yeah, thank you. One comment from that book, like when Elizabeth was given that book about her lifetimes, in our Hindu mythology and in our Hindu stories, we write about this guy. The Lord of Death is Yama, and his assistant is Chitragupta, and
Yes,
he keeps a tab of everything that we have done.
yes,
The
yes,
good, the bad, the whole thing is with him.
correct, correct.
So
And
those
that is
things.
why I also felt maybe it's, I'm not sure, but in that Egyptian time, Horus also was one of the guy who was a good person though, but he had a head of a eagle and body of a man and feet of, so it's also mentioned, but not clearly. It was also from the Egyptian time. So maybe he was also the protector as well as, so what type of god is Horus? Basically, he's a god of war and the sky, but maybe some other guy who was, from that era and who would, read or some books, I'm not sure, maybe Seth Master or somebody. But the way you mentioned, it felt as if it's Thoth or Horus.
Mm.
That's what I felt. Anyhow, so Masters, thank you so much for listening to us, and uh, thank you to Neerja ji for a wonderful Swadhyay. Monday, we'll try to do chapter 16. You will definitely get it in the flyer. So, if anyone has any questions, you can ask. Otherwise, we can go straight into meditation. Time is up already. So, I think let's meditate, and then we can drink some water, masters, before you go into meditation. Okay. Always make sure that we are drinking water. Water makes our body hydrate. It actually keeps our body hydrated. When we meditate, there's a lot of energy that comes in, the cosmic energy, which keeps our body hot. We get healing energy during that time, but when the body is getting in this healing energy, the body needs water. So drink a little bit of water, and then once you end the meditation, that time also drink a little bit of water. Okay. So if someone is new, let me know. I see Viji Mayapan. If you are new master, just wanting to let you know that we are doing Anapansati meditation. We have to sit like this with crossed feet, crossing our feet and clasping your hands and fingers and keeping on your lap. And sit straight with your back, your spine straight, neck straight. Keep your eyes closed. And then we just need to concentrate on our inhalation and exhalation. So basically, I'm going to guide each and every one. So follow my guide. For a little while, I'm going to guide you, and then I'll put on the music. So masters, take a deep in breath and connect yourself to your body as you are breathing in. Feel a surge of positive energy entering your body through your nostrils. You sense and you see with your closed eyes. Just create this imagination that there is golden energies around you, which are highly positive and miraculous. As you're inhaling, you see and sense these energies entering your body through your nostril, into your facial region, your brain, your eyes, ears, your throat. Everything is now getting connected with life force energy, your breath, your pranavayu. With each and every breath, your body is becoming relaxed, peaceful. You feel a sense of bliss inside your body, inside your mind. As you're inhaling and exhaling, start connecting with each and every part. Now bring your focus onto your jaws, your tongue, and relax as you breathe out. Let each and every breath be your guide. Every breath now is helping you heal yourself. Your breath is your guru, your guide. Bring your focus onto your throat now. Let your voice box, your neck muscles, and your gut feel this incoming of smooth, normal, natural breath. Let each and every breath be your guide, masters. As you inhale and exhale, keep your shoulders relaxed and connected with the breath. Let this incoming breath enter your arms, your hands, your elbows. Let it enter your palms and fingers. As you inhale, bring your focus onto your spine, upper back, middle back, upper back. Every inhalation enters your energy centers and energy meridian, which are also known as your chakra. Inhale from your tailbone. Let this air that you breathe enters your spine, your rib cage, your chest, your heart and lungs. Feel the expansion happening inside your rib cage with each and every breath. As you inhale, bring your abdomen into focus. Inhale into the three parts of abdomen, your stomach region, reproductive parts, and your large intestinal region. Inhale and exhale. As you go down, bring your focus with each and every breath onto your hips, thighs, knees, calf muscles, going down into your feet, into your soles of your feet and toes. As you inhale, follow your breath from your nostril, going to the ground, coming down into your throat, into your gut, into your heart and lungs, going through your arms and fingers, into your spine, into your abdomen, then going down into your hips and down your feet. Now ground your energies with Mother Earth, Masters. Today, as we invoke Mother Earth, let us call on to Mother Earth to help us bring that earthy, groundy energy to the whole body, up till your crown. As you connect with Mother Earth, feel the bottom part of your body, which is attached to ground, or your feet if you are sitting on chair, or if you are sitting on floor. Let your feet feel turning into roots and going down and connecting with Mother Earth. Mother Earth is helping us heal with her grounding energy, stabilizing our energies. Today she is providing us with the green color and the brown color grounding energies. This energy starts flowing upwards from the bottom part of our body and now goes up onto all the body parts above our waist, up till our crown. So as you inhale, feel this grounding energy in the form of golden, brown, green color light shining through, coming upwards and filling your body, grounding your body. See it with your closed eyes, Masters. Let your closed eyes help you see through your mind's eye. Let go of any judgments, any criticisms. Let go of that logical mind. Just see that a green, grounding, brown color, golden color energy is coming up into your body. Stabilizing your energy and grounding it. Dear Mother Earth, we invoke you and your energies. Please help us with your compassion, your love, and kindness. Align us with this unity consciousness. Help us with the vibrations that you have. Help us understand your vibrations, your energies, and ground us. Let us feel the grounding happening inside our body, Masters, with every inhalation and exhalation. Go deeper and deeper as you inhale and exhale. As you go deeper and deeper into your meditation masters, let go of the separation between your breath. Let go of identity, name, fame, losses, gains. Only remember that you are breathing and you are going deeper and deeper into deeper meditative states. Just breathe in and breathe out and let go of any thoughts. This grounding energy that is entering your body is putting you out of fear, making you totally abundant and prosperous. This grounding energy tells you that you are at the right place at the right time. You're always supported, loved, and cared for. You're surrounded and protected by the masters and the guides and the guardians of Mother Earth. with your masters. Now very slowly and steadily, take a deep inhalation and slow exhalation. Let us all now return back into our body's consciousness. As you are inhaling, exhaling, bring your awareness back to your body. Feel your toes, your feet. Feel Mother Earth. Feeling this energy increased in your body in the form of grounding energy, which totally stabilized you and brought your energies into a peaceful state, calming state. You feel this abundant, compassionate, loving, kind energy of Mother Earth into you, teaching you love, compassion, kindness, the giving nature of Mother Earth, the feeling of oneness with everything, helping us and telling us to transmute the energies that come our way, which are lower vibrational. Call onto Mother Earth to ground that energy and transmute. She will provide healing and grounding whenever you need her. Just think about her and put your feet, the soles of your feet, on the floor and feel the presence of Mother Earth, her grounding energy seeping into you. With deep inhalation, feel your chest rising. Slowly releasing this energy around you to feel that grounding. Now bring this energy into your head, into your forehead, your brain. Feeling this into your throat, your voice, and slowly and steadily, your whole body is totally grounded, stabilized, covered with Mother Earth's energy. Very slowly unclasp your hands and fingers, move your toes and feet, straighten up your spine, your neck and head. Whenever you are comfortable, you can unclasp your hands and keep them for 5 seconds, masters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now very slowly, you may open your eyes beneath your palms, masters. Whenever you feel ready and comfortable, you can open your eyes and let go of your palms. Give a big hug to yourself and pat on your back as if to say thank you to your body. Gratitude to Mother Earth and all the meditators who are present here. Thank you so much to all the masters, Father Universe, Mother Nature. We are really grateful and thankful for this wonderful time, wonderful depth of meditation and the energies. Thank you so much. I love myself. I love Mother Earth. I love Father Universe. I love everything about me. I love and accept myself. Within me is love. Around me is love. I love and accept myself and others. Whatever I do it with love, peace, and happiness. In all my doings, in all my workings, givings, and receivings, love, peace, and happiness, joy is always present. Thank you so much. Thank you, Masters. Thank you. Gratitude. If anyone has any experiences or anything that you want to share or ask, Masters, you may ask or share. Raise your hand. Also, Masters, just letting you know, today is Friday for English classes. We don't take classes on Saturday and Sunday. Purnima will be there, so we'll see how it goes, but we'll let you know through the flyers. So do join wherever you feel that Light and Soul Meditation is doing the meditation. Come back and join us, okay? I don't know right now. I can't predict right now for myself, but here I am telling you that keep basically keep your eyes on the flyers. If you happen to see, just join in, okay? Just letting you know. I have many things backed up, so I have to work on them. But yes, Friday is the last day, basically for the week, and then on weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it's my off because morning, evening, I'm continuously taking the classes. And tomorrow, today also, I have a few people coming in for psychic ability course class. And if anyone wishes to join, who are already there in the group, if you want to join with us, you can for the meditation. It is only for those people who have paid. So this is a paid class because people wanted to do that. So I'm doing it again, the first very class. The second part of the class is going to happen tomorrow, and it will be evening time for USA people, 8:30 p.m. Sorry, 8 p.m. For India people, it is 7:30 a.m. So letting you all know. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Neeraja ji. Thank you, Rani ji. And okay. So all the questions or anything, if anybody wishes to ask, you have to get the link from me, Masters. The link is not the same, just letting you know, okay?
Talk to you soon, Madhuji. Thank you.
Sure, yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Masters, then let's end the session if there are no questions and no experiences to share. It was really wonderful having you all here. May we all be happy, healthy, and vibrant. Let's meditate regularly with our energies, individually as well as with the group's energies. So come together, join, and meditate. Whenever we are in the group, we raise high energies. Purnima meditation might be the time where the energies are amplified. So keep on check for the flyers and keep your eyes peeled for the group flyers coming in. Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone. Do your inner work every day. Keep your meditation, like, be what I'm saying. Do your meditation every day. I'm still on that energy level, So, anyhow, so do your meditation every day, Masters. Thank you so much. I need rest, as you all know. So take care, stay blessed, stay happy, and we'll meet again. Okay. No, it is not psycho class. It is a psychic class. Okay, Omaji. I think I know it's typo mistake, but yeah, it's just it is about Pooja ji and many other masters. They were wanting to do the class. So Neeraja ji is also, my mother is also there, so she would also like to join. So today I have kept a class for the first ever class that we did on the last week. So many people wanted to join, so I have to keep that again, so that once we proceed, we are the whole group of all those people, and then we'll do the second part, okay, of the clear class. Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone. Stay blessed, stay happy, masters. Have a good night. For all the masters from US and to all the masters from India, have a good day, masters. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.